acclaim spreads.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. Unfortunately, Riseroth is out still, so I am substitute DMing for him. We also have no idea where K2 has run off to, so yeah. Rembrandt, if you'd be so kind.
I would be glad to.
Fantabulous.
Last time on Iron Fang D&D. As we rested for the last night on land for our trip, I was whisked up and taken to the private chambers of a large lizard folk named Infel. A bit disheartened watching my comrades assume the night was going to go in the favor of pleasure, yet I suppose I'm to blame for it. The ploy of this background is being believed by the group, and that is my intent to lead them astray from the truth. But Infel took me aside to note that I remind him of someone dear to him, a hero by the name of Sully, one I wish I knew. To me, the greatest heroes have someone there to watch their backs, fuel their strengths, and complement each other. And that's what I want to be. And he gave me a heart exquisitely crafted, and wanted me to have it. Grateful for it, I asked to hear much about the tales of this heroic kobold as the night went on. It came time to depart when it dawned on me that I never had needed to board a sea vessel before, and thought nothing of it. Big mistake. Those things sway and it's hard to keep footing on it. I ended up
oh my
going
god,
overboard.
that was just such a big mistake.
Like a big ass
I just
ended up going-
couldn't, I just couldn't keep my footing.
Are you done?
I suppose.
Okay. I ended up going overboard and Kalani came to my rescue. Quite embarrassed about the ordeal, I had no choice but to confess my lack of sea legs to him in a fit of shame. He seemed to understand in his own way, and I ended up sharing a drink with him finally. Though he would at least have me trying the stuff at this point. It's hard to get down and it's disgusting, but if it makes him happy, fine. And then, barely with any time to ourselves, we were under attack by some troglodytes, and they were pretty hungry. Sadly, we lost a crew member, and I'm a bit upset at myself that my inexperience was present. Things might have gone differently. All the more reason for me to continue my journey and become stronger, and take back the life that I wasn't allowed to live.
Thank you for that thrilling insight into Rembrandt's mind. Everyone, we do have a donation goal this evening.
I swear to God.
You know, you can make it so that Rembrandt is recognized for his difficulties, so no one tries to appropriate him again for unsavory business practices. Yes.
You can help me keep up my disguise.
You know, just, you can donate and make it happen. Anyways, combat has ended. The remaining troglodytes have fled from the ship. And, well, what are you doing now? The storm is starting to pick up, by the way. Again.
It's starting to?
Again. It had lulled down. And
Do
now
we have
it's
any
picking up again.
idea? Do we have any idea how long it'll be till we get to our destination?
You've been traveling for about 4 days. It was a week to the port of something or other. Do we still have that map down here? It's not the best map, but, you know, a map's a map. Let's see.
I think I'm gonna retire for the day.
I think a long rest would be good to have.
Well, maybe not even. Maybe not retire for the day because we just woke up, didn't we?
You did.
Mm.
So maybe just a short nap.
You can probably get the effects of a short rest, yes. I shall apply those. Or for whatever is automatically available.
Can I spend some hit dice?
Yes. That is part of a long rest, or short rest. Oh, come on! There.
There.
Elf, we would be happy to have you. We just need more dungeon masters.
Yeah.
As unfortunately, our current groups are full. Though our Tuesday one, we are thinking of bringing in random others to join in for a couple of sessions and every now and then. But yeah. All right.
Put myself up for DMing. The issue is that I'm not familiar with Fantasy Grounds.
I can teach you that easy. It's not that bad.
Very easy.
It really isn't that bad.
It's not.
Okay.
I came in watching a video, and whatever things I was missing, I learned within the first. All right, so I'm taking a short rest. What are all you guys gonna do? And girls and lizards.
Just so you guys know, large waves are starting to hit the ship again, and it is starting to roll and rather violently.
I'm going to attempt to tie myself to Rembrandt.
Rembrandt's probably going to be below deck this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go below deck as well.
Yeah.
Kalani will be above deck.
Waiting for the next person to fall out.
He, of course, has a rope around his waist.
Kaladi's just using the swaying of the waves to mix his alcohol together, probably.
No. He is using it to practice his balance, though.
That's what we assume and hope.
So, what about the rest of you?
Am I do I notice the ship, or am I just like passed out?
You would not be able to get that asleep during a short rest, so you would notice.
Okay. I guess I'll not completely go out on the deck, but kind of just poke my head out, see what.
What you cut out for the last.
Oh, I said I was gonna go out on deck, but not completely, just more or less poke my head out.
Okay. We are doing 5e, Elf. Guys, remember, go chat with them so I don't interrupt the flow. You can't really tell too much of what's going on. There is a lot of rain. You can still see through it, but beyond a couple of feet, you really can't tell what's going on.
During my short rest, by the way, attunement is 1 hour.
Attunement for a magical item, yes.
Okay. Did I need to attune to Sully's harp?
Yes. But you already did that.
Okay.
You
Then
did
can
that
I,
during the time that you were with Infel.
Okay. I would like to take my time in my quarters practicing on the harp, hoping for inspiration and better luck out there on the boat this time.
Give me a performance check. You feel inspired. You may have 1 inspiration point.
Ooh. As I channel the stories that I've heard about this legendary kobold.
Rembrandt feels inspired to be better than he has been.
Everyone below decks, give me a perception check. This is a hearing-based one.
I guess I'm still below, but
You would not be counted for this.
It's working.
Shreska,
Yes.
you're hearing the sounds of wood straining
Oh dear, that doesn't sound very good.
coming from the outer hall near the kitchens, you believe. You can't pinpoint it, but you know it's coming from somewhere there.
Oh. May I go investigate it?
You're always able to investigate.
Then I shall walk to the kitchen and figure out the sounds are coming from.
Give me an investigation check. You're not able to locate anything.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go poke around at the walls.
Like, how are you poking?
Just poking it, just tapping it to see what's under, see if I can hear anything different.
Eisen, I don't actually have merch up for this group yet. It's going to be resized probably here at the end of February. or beginning of March. Shreska, you are not able to locate where it's coming from, but you do hear the creaking of the wood around you again.
Who else is down in the hold? Is anyone else in the kitchen?
Not I, said the bird.
Rembrandt
is
is
up.
in his quarters.
Rembrandt's in his quarters. Rosalind, where are you? Rosalind?
I would probably be in my quarters as well.
Alright. So nobody else is in the kitchen with you. Right now it's basically all hands on deck trying to manage in the storm. As far as the sailors go.
Stress is gonna go back to her quarters, where Rosalind was staying, and she's gonna go get her to help herself with this.
Rosalind, do you go?
Yes, sorry. I need the bathroom.
Please
I
mark
will
yourself
go
as
with Shreska.
AFK if you're going AFK. I will need dexterity saving throws from both of you as you enter back into the kitchen.
Just dexterity or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Either one works. Shreska,
Yes.
as you are investigating the kitchens, the trunk of a tree smashes through the side of the kitchen, the side of the hall. You are pinned to the far wall by this trunk
Ouch.
and take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh
Ow.
god.
Would it be possible for Rembrandt to hear that thud?
Give me a perception check. With
Or Stress just screaming in pain.
Yeah.
well, you also have to consider the wind is howling outside the ship. So hearing is already at a penalty.
Enjoy your pain, Shushka.
I probably deserve it.
Rosalind will call out rather concerned, and panicking. Shreska, are you alright?
So I
She is
look
hurt.
around, I got a tree against me.
She is pinned between the wall and the base of this tree.
I shall attempt to help pry her free.
Elf, to answer your question, and for anybody that watches this in the future, honestly, we don't have much of an actual adventure to go off of so far. As far as what's going on here, Kalani, my character, when I'm not DMing for the normal DM, is currently heading south to the jungles, in search of a particular companion. We already have art of him, but he hasn't actually joined the party yet. So that is what's going on here. We've had to sail down to get to the location, and, well, that's where we're at. Guys, please do go share your characters in the chat. So, Rosalind, you're gonna try and get her, get Shreska free?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, obviously, I probably can't move the whole trunk, so I'll try and lift up part in order to like shimmy Shreska out.
By the way, there is quite a bit of water coming into the kitchens at this point. The kitchens are above sea level, or at least the hole is. So you're not getting, it's not a flood necessarily, but rainwater and sometimes when the waves hit the boat right, more water comes in.
I'll also shout for help.
Rembrandt, you can attempt your perception check again. Cleek, you as well. Rosalind, give me a strength check. About half of the tree is still stuck inside of the... it's still stuck outside of the ship. Rembrandt, you still do not hear anything.
This harp is really nice.
Oh, it does sound wonderful. It is perfectly tuned. You don't think you'll ever have to retune it. Because, you know, you won't. It's magic. Cleek, you are able to hear the shouting from below decks.
Okay. I'm gonna run down. Follow the screen.
How far am I pinned? Like
Follow
close to the ground?
screen.
You are pinned against the far wall. So you are literally against the wall, tangled up in the roots of this tree, and... yeah.
Oh.
Rosalind, you are not able to get her free.
I'll just I'll recoup my energy and try again when the next opportunity arises.
Rembrandt, Rosalind, and Cleek, I require acrobatics checks from all of you.
It's like my worst thing.
Oh my god, Rembrandt!
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Does that work?
Whatever, it's not a nat. Whatever.
Technically, no, you cannot use your inspiration after you roll, but I'll allow it.
Isn't that how it works?
No. By technically, DM inspiration is just an advantage on a roll, and you decide before you roll whether you're going to use it.
Ah. Would you like me to take it back?
That is up to you.
I'll take it back since I didn't know.
If you have advantage on a roll and roll 2 nat 1s, is that like a super fail?
Basically. It doesn't actually have any statistical, or it doesn't have any actual impact on the game, but yeah, that is
More of
a super
mental
fail.
impact
Yeah.
and a social impact.
You're bringing her a bad luck.
So, Cleek, you are able to keep your balance. Running down the hall, you basically throw your arms out and kind of brace yourself in, because the hallways are pretty narrow. It's a ship.
God, we're going down.
The ship rocks. You are all left at about 45 degree angle as a massive wave crashes into the side of the ship. You hear shouting on board, up on deck as Presumably some sailors have been swept off, but, you know, they're all smart and have the rope lines to keep them from going into the drink. And Rosalind Rembrandt. Rembrandt, I am going to need a Constitution saving throw from you. You fly across your room, slamming into the wall right next to the door. Your head cracks against it, and you've got a massive headache from it. However, you do remain conscious. You probably have a concussion, but it has no bearing on you right now. Rosalind, you also slam into the side of the ship, but you are already pretty close to the walls, so you don't take as much damage. Rembrandt, you take 9 points of damage. Rosalind, you take 2. This is bludgeoning damage.
I'd like to cast a spell.
Shreska, what spell?
Misty Step.
Yeah, I could allow that.
Would that be able to get me out of a pinned situation?
Yes. It's a teleport, so yeah.
Yeah. Being done with being a damsel in distress, I'm gonna cast. Shrashka's gonna cast Misty Step and get away from the tree.
Alright.
Small
Presumably
silvery-
you would go for a location that is closer to the door and not on the other side of the tree, but...
Of course.
Rembrandt, Cleek, Rosalind, what are you all doing?
I was following the screams, but now I don't think I hear anything, do I?
It depends on Rosalind.
Now you'll hear angry squirrel noises as she hits the wall.
Angry squirrel noises.
Yes, that will become a thing. Seeing as Shreska is no longer sad damsel in distress, Rosalind will pick her sorry tail up and attempt to... is there a table in the kitchen?
There was. The tree basically destroyed the table, but there was one at one point. Now it's just a bunch of splinters nailed to the with the legs still nailed to the floor.
Does any of the surface of the old table look intact enough to start like boarding up the hole?
Not really. And you'd
Rosalind's
also
gonna...
need nails and other such things to actually board it up.
Or magic.
Rosalind's gonna yell hole below deck. As loud as her little lungs will allow her.
Unfortunately, no one is going to be able to respond to that.
Well, talk about being way out of your comfort zone.
So I'm fumbling through this underbelly of the ship, and I'm looking for everyone. I'm gonna open up the door, first door on my left.
Well, you are able to find... You know that they came from the kitchens. They're pretty close to the ladder going up. So you are able to find Rosalind and Treska.
Okay.
Rosalind, who is running around panicking.
Rembrandt, you did not answer what you're doing.
Rembrandt is going to hold his head and then take a deep breath and apply a second wind to himself. And
All right.
Oh, I need to apply it on my character, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
do
do
it.
that in the combat tracker, but that works too.
Then after that, I will head out and see if everybody's okay from the commotion.
Head out where?
Outside of my corridors. Is the kitchen outside? My doors?
It's a little ways away. It's on the other side of the ship from you.
Well, I'll start searching for anybody in distress.
All right. There is nobody on below decks on your way over. Everybody, I will need you all to give me another acrobatics check.
Oh god.
High five, Rembrandt.
Shreska, you as well.
Is it rolling twice for anyone else?
Can you force roll for me, Zim?
I can.
I like to imagine that Kato is just a ragdoll, just bouncing around her room right now.
We just have her, like, suspended in rope, and she's just, like, in the middle of the room, perfectly balanced, because we've got both horizontal and vertical.
Zim? Did
She's
you give me,
pulling
like,
off a BB-8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on. What were you saying, Cleek?
Did you give me advantage on something?
It is not rolling with advantage. That is either
So
you roll.
It's rolling twice.
How are you rolling?
I click and hold the dice, and I move it, and I let go of the left mouse.
I have no idea.
The mouse is a bit buggy, though. It tends to rapidly left click sometimes.
Oh.
It might be that that's what's going on.
Alright, well, it's the first number.
Cleek, you fall as well as you, Shreska.
Oh, is he already?
Oh no!
Rembrandt, you do basically the same thing that Cleek did, stabilizing yourself in the hallway. As soon as you feel the ship go at another 45-degree angle, except perhaps a little higher this time. What do you all do?
Shreshka, already falling onto the ground twice, is now going to crawl around the ship.
Spreading out your gravity. Center of gravity. Not bad.
I'm gonna see Clink effectively fall into the room and attempt to help him up.
There is a significant puddle, or pool rather, starting to form, which is starting to weigh down the side of the ship on the opposite side from where the tree entered.
Would I be able to caught up with the rest of the guys by now?
Yeah, you are
And
in the
the
kitchen.
Okay. I think I would begin to panic a bit, and then Rembrandt's gonna go along and fetch and alert the crew about what happened.
So you're running up on deck?
Cautiously going up on deck.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Haha.
Very nice.
Just freaking skids up there, like
You
like
do a
perfectly
backflip while you go
balanced.
upstairs.
Yeah.
You're almost ice skating on the deck.
And Brent does that thing, that music video thing, like din 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 din. It slides into the boat.
You are alerting the crew, and they are quickly get some sailors sent under below decks. Kalani comes up and shouts something at you, but you can't quite hear it over the howling of the wind, and he just ties a rope around your waist.
I'll look down and give him a thumbs up again. I will head back down to help the others.
Everybody give me another acrobatics check.
Can I shout at everybody? Stabilize yourselves within the door frames.
Too late.
It's a little late.
Do I get any sort of advantage for being on the floor?
Honestly, not really. Because you can still quite easily tumble all over the place.
Do you have the crawling feet?
You
Sorry.
haven't powered up by enough eggs yet, Shreska. You need to consume more.
So-
Depending.
I came up with a list of some different ideas of what might happen during this voyage and storm.
And we've hit all of them.
There was a 2% chance that the ship would capsize.
Did it just hit that percentile?
That was the very first percentile that I rolled.
Oh.
Nice.
And
We-
so
we-
now I've been going and double and triple checking to see what happens here. And, increasing the likelihood that it would happen each time. Because that's the only right way to do it. And well, the dice have really decided that your ship is going to be sinking.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm so happy right now. Not
You're
Was there a
what?
1% chance of it cracking?
sorry. I got a little. Sorry. No, I just got a text message. School's closed tomorrow for snow.
Nice.
We got freezing rain tomorrow.
Sorry. Sorry. I got a little too excited. It almost never happens. It never happens here. That's why.
It never
We had
happens
a
in
small-
Utah either, and we had basically a statewide snow day. Most businesses were even closing because of the snow.
Our college is very finicky with the snow days, as we closed halfway through a statewide blizzard. The school had to wait halfway through the blizzard to even let the let kids go.
So, effectively, we're at the start of the Divinity Original Sin 2 campaign now.
Zim, be our God and save us.
Oh dear.
I mean, perhaps if the donation goal had been filled, either last
Yeah,
week or this week.
While Rembrandt is choking on seawater, a nice little sign of recovering prostitute will adorn his neck, and then he'll just continue to drown.
Oh no, it was not fulfilled. It hasn't been fulfilled yet.
I know. But watch, that is the donation goal currently.
Yes, but I could count for last week's as well, which was, storm, volcano, and Kraken insurance.
Darn.
I hope a shifty goblin tried to sell us that.
No, it was a kobold.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, guys, the ship has gone 90 degrees. Cleek and Rosalind, you both are able to at least grab onto something to keep from slamming into the now bottom of the ship. Rembrandt and Shreska, unfortunately, you have slammed into the new bottom of the ship.
Even with a 16?
I
I'm
mean, it's
going-
90 degree, it's a 90 degree angle.
We're having a Titanic moment here.
I'm going to continue
Oh.
to try to look for my companions.
If we are gonna go down like the Titanic, I am recommending
Cleek.
that Rembrandt be Jack.
You know where most of your, you already know where most of your companions are. The only one unaccounted for is Kalani, and he's up on decks. Oh yeah, Rembrandt, you were too.
No, I went back down to help. Remember?
Oh yes, yes. Rembrandt and Cleek, you both take, or sorry, Shreska. Rembrandt and Shreska, you both take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I get knocked out before the end of this.
I'm gonna go over and help Shrushka out and help her stand to her feet while also applying Cure Wounds.
Give me, you should ask before that.
Well, I'm gonna to touch them anyway.
Give me a percentile roll, high or low.
Low.
Alright, you are able to do so.
Hmm.
That is not the right one. For some reason, my music player keeps crashing tonight.
That's not good.
I guess that the, I guess that the, you know, the band fell off the boat is quite right.
Damn it! I wanna get rich enough to hire a band just to follow us around now, so they can play epic music as we fight. It's like some D&D adventures have soundtracks. We just actually bring the band with us.
That's what Rembrandt's for.
I mean, yeah.
I don't trust his singing.
How dare you?
So, water is starting to flood into the boat. What do you all do?
It looks hopeless, right?
Basically.
Okay. I'm gonna.
And I don't think that any of you have any experience with this.
Yeah, probably not.
No, hence why I'm panicking.
Rembrandt's gonna tell everybody to calm down and let's get topside, whichever way that is.
Up, I assume.
Well, getting topside is going to be difficult, but it is possible. Give me athletics checks, everyone.
I'll use my inspiration for this
Oh
one.
god, athletics, really?
That's
I'm
your
so sorry.
climbing skill.
Since I have a climbing speed, do I need to have that or
Alright,
I need to roll?
I didn't crit fail. I got less than crit fail.
Rembrandt, it will be... you will have advantage normally, but you will
Okay,
need
so
to
then-
roll in this situation.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna use my inspiration then if I have advantage already.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could roll nat 0.
I rolled a nat 0.
No,
Oh,
you
no.
rolled a nat 1 that got modified to a 0.
Is that worse than that one?
Technically.
Statistically,
Cleek?
yes.
You reach
Oh, God.
out to grab onto one of the shelves nailed to the side of the boat. When a pot comes flying at you from the other side, from above you technically now.
Can I try to impose myself to protect him?
I don't think you could. 'Cause
Give
it's
me
a
a
fail.
give me a we'll say a percentile roll, high or low, but give it to me in the tower.
Okay. Low.
You rolled a 60.
Aw.
Cleek, the pot smacks into your arm, and you hear a resounding crack as your arm breaks.
Jesus.
The whatever portion is from the elbow to the shoulder, I don't know what that area is called, but
Portion between the elbow and the shoulder?
yes.
I'm fairly certain it's called the arm.
No, like you've got the forearm, which is from the elbow to the wrist, and like that. The whole thing is called the arm.
The scapula. I think.
Either way, you know what area broke.
Is it like dislocated or broke?
The bone itself actually broke.
Oh, the
God.
humerus. Humerus, my bad.
The humerus.
How?
All right.
How humorous.
There's nothing
I broke
humorous
my
about this.
humerus.
Well, at least it looks like we're not gonna have any jokes anytime soon.
Oh god. Oh, it's broken. Oh no.
You
Well,
are
I
in
mean,
an
you are a bird,
extreme
you
amount
do have
of
hollow
pain.
bones.
I can't really scream right now, but if my house was empty, I would.
Ooh. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
Ooh.
The
That's
dice
painful.
really do not like you guys. That would render you unconscious.
Oof.
Perfect.
Oh.
Even if I did hold on, which I doubt with a 9, but I am immediately going to act on Rosalind's one of Rosalind's personality traits and jump after Cleek, because I assume he's falling now.
He
with the
never
burnt
got
arm.
out of the water.
Well, I will be Rosalind will be jumping down to save him because
Go ahead and have inspiration for playing to your traits. Now give me an athletics
Woohoo.
check with disadvantage to get him and try and haul him out.
How much water are we sitting in now?
There is about 5 feet of water in the ship at this point. Or at least in the kitchen.
can I use the immediately use the inspiration to cancel the disadvantage out?
Yes.
I shall do so. Sorry. So
The kitchen
which
is
one?
sideways, yes.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Wow.
The shelves and other handholds are too slippery for you to grasp, especially with Cleek, who is, quite a bit larger than you. And
Link is
feathers,
mostly
feathers, kind of are heavy when they're wet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rembrandt's gonna reach out and reach for Cleek to save him next.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay.
No advantage on this.
I'll burn my inspiration.
You do that for me?
Yeah. Athletics, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God.
Nice.
That was a
Alright.
17, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was a 17. Okay.
Yeah.
You managed to grab Cleek's leg and kind of yank him up.
As I grab him, I would like to apply a cure wounds.
All right. It will not fix his arm, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay.
Would it technically be his wing? No way, his wings are on the back of his.
Yeah, he's not. It's not wing arms. It's actual arms and then wings on the back. All right, Cleek, you are awake again and in a large amount of pain.
Could you just imagine a very loud chicken scream?
I wouldn't say I've ever heard a chicken scream, but I imagine it's dreadful.
That's a happy quack.
It's a happy one.
Close enough.
You're not a water type here, though.
Yeah.
You could have played an otter instead.
Or lizard.
Or
Yeah, otter, love
lizard.
it.
Or, a lot of other options aside from a cat.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
honestly surprised Rembrandt is reaching out for Cleek and not just clinging to the top of as high up as he can go with all his fur raised.
He cares about his friends.
Oh,
About this time, Kalani pokes his head over the edge of the open doorway, reaching down to offer a hand to try and pull you guys up at least above the water.
Can Missy Step work into water?
Yes, you could Misty Step into water. I don't know why you'd want to.
Oh, this is unoccupied space. Does water count as occupying a space?
No.
I
But
mean,
right
if
now-
Kalani could drop a rope, that would be helpful.
You guys can reach his arm. He can pull you out.
Then while I'm holding on to Cleek, I'll reach for Kalani's arm.
Ugh. Pulling both of you is gonna be hard.
oh God.
I trust Kalani. He can do it.
I could probably just wait and wait for the water to go up and swim out. Swim out.
Well, your faith was well placed. He pulls both of you. Not very easily, but he does get both of you out of the water. And onto the now horizontal hallway. Just so you know, there are open doors and closed doors that probably you shouldn't touch. There is a stream of water coming in from outside and flooding the inside of the ship, but otherwise, that's where you stand right now. Rosalind, are you gonna climb up, or...
Apparently not. Unless it's a DC 10 to climb.
Don't you have a climbing speed?
Yeah, 35 feet.
So you would have advantage on this. You guys don't get this one automatic because it's a bit of a hectic situation as opposed to more normal climbing situation, but you still have advantage.
Okay. I still rolled terribly.
You rolled the exact same twice.
Yes.
Wow. Let's see what Kalani can do.
Don't look at me. Look at the dice algorithms in the game.
I mean, Kalani's doing just fine.
Yes, but you're also the DM, and as proven last week, are unable to roll below a natural 20, apparently.
I mean, I just rolled a 15 with a +2. That's a 17.
I don't know, because I couldn't see it, so...
Yeah, I'm using the laptop for this, and the one where the client side is on my desktop, so yeah. Anyways, Kalani is able to reach down, and he basically grabs your tail and he yanks you up.
Ouch.
Angry squirrel noises.
You make those a
Like,
lot.
It's like halfway between a cat hissing and some other unpleasantness.
I assume Shushka can make it to us with natural swimming.
Shreska, the water is not up to the hallway yet, but you could technically wait until it is.
I think I'll just wait and not take any more risk of harming myself falling.
All right. The rest of you, are you going to be climbing your way out?
I mean, I could try with one arm.
Well, it's more of a, basically like a crawl at this point. The hallway is only about 3 feet wide, which means it's only 3 feet tall right now.
Yeah. We should
Oh,
also
boy.
probably fetch Kato on the way out.
Kato just doesn't exist right now. I prefer to play with the characters just not actually there when they're not here.
Kato's so angry she doesn't exist until she wants to smash something.
Kato is the Chuck Norris of this world.
Pretty much.
I will attempt to help make sure Cleek doesn't fall again with his broken arm.
He can't really fall, you just have to be careful with the doorways.
I will crawl aside Cleek and be ready to intercept any possible debris coming towards particularly him and his arm.
You guys are able to make it to the out of the below deck area without any trouble. Well, Vex, the dice hate them. The dice have decided that that their boat is sinking.
Also, I feel sorry for you, Shreska.
Why is that?
Because you have to like travel up after us, and since Rosalind's tail is wet, it's like lugging a giant carpet behind her.
Kalani's gonna shout down to Shreska. You, go get our equipment and gear.
Yes, sir.
Because technically your backpacks would be left where in your rooms. You wouldn't really be carrying those around with you.
What should I roll for swimming around below
You
deck?
don't need to.
Oh, okay. Considering I have a fast swimming speed and 30 minutes of breathing. Or hold breath.
Yeah, it's... I'm not gonna bother that much nitpicking on this. Really, the climbers only have to roll because, fur does get heavy when it's wet. And right now, you are all soaked. And that changes the climbing situation, but you're pretty accustomed to swimming, so it's not that bad.
And scales don't soak up water.
Exactly. So, anyways.
I got a light robe on, so...
The rest of you are... My dice are not microwaved. Or weighted.
While we are climbing, Rembrandt would affix his rope to Kalani's in preparation and cautions.
Kalani does not have a rope on now. Because he went below deck, and you usually do not have that long of a lead when you're tying yourself to the mast. You don't want to be able to go over... You don't want to actually be able to go overboard. You usually will tie it to something near the middle of the ship that is more sturdy and keep from... that will let you do what you need to do in that area. But it won't be long enough to actually, go elsewhere.
Okay.
Anyways. God damn it, music player, would you stop crashing?
That's the secret to his success. Every time the music player crashes, it's like the thing is arranging a bat 20 in direct response.
It's never done this before. And it's so quiet without the music. Oof. Listen.
I didn't even know that was a sound. I just typed in as a joke.
Leave.
Well, music player crashing on me aside. You guys are above decks. You're not actually walking on the deck because, like I said, it's at a 90-degree angle and the ship is slowly sinking. The sailors have gotten into lifeboats. There is one that they pushed towards the exit. There's actually two near the exit. The storm is still very much raging. You do see one of the lifeboats capsize, leaving the sailors in the water. There are a few dead sailors from various, you don't really know what killed them, but they are floating in the water. Shreska, I will need you to give me an athletics check. Or sorry, a strength check.
Oh dear, the worst kind. That's a saved, right?
No, just a check.
Oh my god.
You came to a door that is not wanting to open. One of
Oh,
the
just left it.
cabins. Well, you're able to force it open.
Oh, okay.
Water starts flooding into it because, you know,
It
the
wasn't full
cabin
to begin
actually,
with?
yeah, the cabin had actually been an air pocket, and that's why it was having difficulty opening. But you get in there, you manage to grab all the equipment. What are you guys doing up on deck?
Attempting to get Cleek into a lifeboat, I guess.
Yeah.
Cleek, you are able to get into the boat pretty... It's more of a long boat rather than a lifeboat, but, you know.
Okay.
Cleek, it's not too hard to get in. You guys have a solid surface to stand on for the moment. It's not going to last much longer, though.
Do I have the prowess to heal my arm?
The broken arm is going to take some time to heal on its own.
Is it gonna look like the arm from Harry Potter when it turns like rubber?
No. You still
Okay,
have
good.
bones in there.
Okay, good.
I mean, if it's a wing, it might be cartilage instead.
It's not the wing, it's the arm.
He's still a bird though, so hollow bones. That's why it broke.
You're upsetting him.
Your point?
So, what do you guys do here? The storm is raging over top. The longboat is threatening to capsize as well. You cannot see land in any direction. And most of the other longboats are also out of sight at this point.
Where did they go? Or is it just that treacherous of a storm?
It's that treacherous of a storm.
Oof.
Well, we gotta try and wait here for Shreska.
Sometimes it sucks substituting for a DM because then otherwise I could do more fun stuff, but
I want
I
to
have to stick to with what they were wanting.
So it's gonna take time to heal my arm. I want to use kind of like a lesser form of my entangle.
What are you doing?
I want to try and like wrap the vines from entangle around my arm as like a makeshift cat.
Entangle. Let me take a look at the spell. For a second there, I thought the music crashed as soon as I moved my mouse and keyboard back over to the laptop. And I was going to have problems.
I wanted to try and use maybe like a lesser form of it to make a cast on my arm for the duration that I concentrate.
Unfortunately, it does require ground.
Oof.
Let's see.
This
what
is
other
where I wish
spells
I
we
had a
have.
jar of dirt.
Oh my god.
I got a jar of dirt.
Actually, I would kill her for a jar of dirt right now. Actually,
You missed it, but I said in Twitch chat earlier. I was like, if Rosalind survives this and gets to an island, she's making a jar of dirt.
that's
Is it?
that's funny.
Yes.
What is the largest familiar aquatic creature you can make?
I don't think there are any aquatic familiars.
There's an octopus and a fish called Clipper. Is there anything else?
I don't think those can be... I don't think you can make familiars from those.
Domesticated octopus.
Well, I have the pact of the chain. Can I make my familiar into one?
Just summon a shark.
Why does that not have any information on it? I mean, the closest to a... Oh, yeah, I guess you could have an octopus.
How
Interesting.
big of an octopus is it?
The problem here, though, is the way to change your familiar, you have to cast the spell again.
Oh, okay.
And that's a 1-hour ritual.
In that case, what kind of gear am I grabbing from the cabin right now?
Basically all of our backpacks.
Is there rations?
There are rations and such inside of them, yes.
Alright. Just making sure I grab enough food.
They are all probably soaked.
So
But-
food is better than nothing.
Yes, you're right.
Ain't
That's
fine, as long as the eggs are intact.
Considering the force of the water that's caused in this room, I doubt that any eggs are intact.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of them would survive.
I think you should roll a 1d24 and see which one's made it.
I will do a 1d20. Two of them made it.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. I'm gonna be using prestidigitation to make a small white light so Shushka can see us.
The ship is still sinking. Shreska, are you making your way back out?
Yes, I would be. After grabbing his stuff, of course.
You are able to find the boat.
Whoa. I'm gonna jump out of the water and climb into the boat.
That would be a bad idea. Just jumping into it?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, just like.
Probably give them the
Bubble override.
backpacks first. Then make sure they're aware you're going to try and get in.
That
Or
sounds like a better idea.
another option would be you swim alongside it. It's going to cause you to get a couple... it would give you 2 levels of exhaustion when you're done. But you could help keep the little longboat from sinking.
I'd probably do the secondaries then. Give him the bags and make sure the boat doesn't flip over.
Make sure
Can
it
we
is
just
going to?
It won't flip over.
Okay.
Do we just tie a rope to Shreska and have Shreska pull the boat like a husky?
That would not keep it from capsizing.
I didn't say I was keeping it from capsizing, I just wanted Shreska to pull the boat like a husky.
No.
Tie an egg over my forehead. We'll go places. Where do you list exhaustion to?
One level of exhaustion gives you disadvantage on basically everything. 2 levels... if you go into your PHB, the library, then the PHB, and reference manual, you should be able to search for exhaustion under conditions, I believe. Yes. 1 level gives you disadvantage on ability checks. 2 levels gives you halved speed.
Oh, okay.
I would like to play the sun song on my harp. Try to fix this.
You better give me a damn good performance check. The ship has now sunk fully.
Oh my god, Zim.
Give me a percentile roll, high or low.
Hi. Do you want the dice tower or?
That can be public.
Okay. Hi.
All right.
I just came back for that. I was gonna comment, why weren't you a freaking wolf instead of a cat?
Rembrandt begins playing on his harp, which, by the way, despite having been soaked and everything, is perfectly okay.
It's magical.
Yep, exactly. You feel the storm's effects dwindling. It's not enough to bring it back to a sunny sky, but it is at least nicer than what it was.
Zim, you wouldn't happen to have a remix of the Sun Song inside your collection of music, would you?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
I got plenty of remixes of the Song of Storms. You want that? I can play that.
No.
You sure?
No, I'm good. We're good.
You positive?
No, we're good.
Nah, I think we need the Song of Storms.
Wait, Tim.
What?
Can we put on the ear destruction version?
No.
Oh.
Where the hell is that song? Where did I put it? Is it here? No. Maybe in here.
Oh no, my arm's not broken, Elf.
Oh yeah, it's Cleek's arm that is broken. Rembrandt is the one that was playing. Well, lucky for you guys, I can't seem to find the song. So, you are safe for now.
I thought
You
we said
want the
about
storm to
money
come
and,
back?
Not particularly.
Actually, if we get to a desert island, then Rembrandt has to spend time actually whittling a wooden ocarina.
I'll make it out of a coconut. A coconut.
You'll put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up.
That's what I was thinking. Damn it, Zim.
I will require constitution checks from everyone in the tower, please. Sorry, constitution saves.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait.
Durgan.
Wait,
Oh.
no, wait.
Oh
what?
God.
Just go with the first.
I said in the tower.
Tower.
Yes, the tower in the bottom right corner of your screen.
To the left of the button that says tokens.
No.
There you go.
Heroes never
Sorry,
die.
I've actually never seen that. I never knew what.
That allows me to collect secret rolls that you guys don't know the results of.
It does blend in.
Everyone except for Rosalind gets another point of exhaustion.
Ouch.
Oh, crap.
I guess
So,
I'm
Shreska,
rowing then.
you are at 3.
Where would I denote exhaustion, or do I just memorize, just keep it to myself?
Just remember it.
Got it.
Shreska, you are at 3 levels, which means that you also have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Pretty much.
The rest of you, it's just disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh no.
Shreska, it's probably a good idea to get into the boat now. The waves are calmed down enough that right now it's basically just floating.
I'm gonna climb into the boat and just immediately pass out.
The storm clouds keep overhead. Rain continues to fall on you all. However, you are able to achieve a long rest if you desire. Two people will need to keep watch, and they will not be able to achieve a long rest. Kalani will volunteer for 1.
Would you say that during our long rest, I could expend a use of a healer's kit to provide a sort of a...
You can set Cleek's arm and splint it. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. A splint, yeah.
Since I am the least exhausted and also require the least amount of sleep, I will volunteer for watch.
Shreska's already passed out.
I cast sleep on myself. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have it. I don't have sleep. I'm not.
Plani is also okay for his, he has no... There's Kalani's. And there's Rosalind's.
Nice. I mean, I'm about to say, Rosalind automatically knows sleep.
The rest of you were under 10.
Oof.
Feels bad.
Speaking of, Shreska, you would have technically had disadvantage on that.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter because you already failed anyways. Then again, I could see if you get a nat 1. And
Yes, let's do it.
I mean, if you want to, go for it.
Please no.
Shreska, why?
Do it. Do it.
Yes!
Kill him.
You got a nat 1 and you
Oh my
dropped
God.
a 20.
What?
Oh.
Good
But-
thing we weren't counting that, right? Right?
but we already said it was okay, so we're okay.
Kill him.
Unfortunately, she decided to
Yes.
roll. We'll leave it up to the chat.
Chat, save us.
Chat will decide whether she gets the effects of the nat 1 or we just continue on.
Why are you
Big
going
Mac,
ahead?
you're...
I'm really quick.
Send your votes.
part
Send
of
your.
I would like to expend 3,000 C coins to make sure Shreska's okay.
How often does this happen, though?
Log in on your ZGF app right now and vote if Shreska dies or not.
Apparently I am.
Fortunately, we don't have one. But...
Is there anything I can do?
now
So what
you
exactly am I
really
rolling
can't.
for anyways?
Yeah, what did this roll for?
This was for, staying awake and keeping from another point of exhaustion.
Oh.
In mid swim or?
A nat 1 is going to give you 4 levels of exhaustion total.
So,
So
I'm at
you're-
like 7 now?
You are at 4.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Oh.
altogether.
Okay, so please.
Yeah, 6 levels of exhaustion means you're dead.
Is death. Yeah, you just tacked on 4 levels of exhaustion. Like they ran like 5 marathons in a row.
So I reduced my maximum HP by half, right?
Don't actually change your sheet. Just remember that.
Alright.
So, Shreska,
Five
you
round
get
down or
into the longboat. Normally with a long rest, you recover 1 point of exhaustion. You will not. You will stay at 4.
Oh.
But allow me to apply the effects of a long rest.
Is there any way that I can make a medicine check to try and help her? Maybe expending a healer's kit to try and make it even work in my favor?
Yes, you may do a medicine check along with a use of your healer's kit.
Okay.
That will be sufficient. So you will be at 3 levels of exhaustion, Shreska. The rest of you are recovered from your exhaustion. Kalani and Roslyn now each have a level of exhaustion. For, going through the night without any sleep. Dawn breaks and you can barely tell. There is a slight lightening of the air, of the sky behind the clouds. But for the most part, they are dark and gray. Rain is still falling over all of you.
I was about to say, I could potentially help Shreska by casting sleep on her.
I think I'm already passed out quite far enough.
Sleep
Uh,
does
you
not
gotta
make... Sleep does not make that... It does not do anything for exhaustion.
I was more making the joke because Rosalind doesn't actually know the spell sleep, but would be quite happy to knock somebody out of her head.
Durgan, when you play with us, with ZGF Gaming, I actually own the Ultimate license, and most of the books, at least. So you are able to join with the basic the free / demo version. So you don't have to pay anything to join us. Or DM. Actually, I think all of you just use the demo.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
We don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, I would hope you guys don't pay anything.
Yeah, no.
Well, pay for internet, that's about it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're paying for it.
I mean for the fantasy grounds, because, I already paid $150, so you don't have to pay anything. Which, when I'm running games through the community here, that makes it... It's not bad, because then I'm literally paying a couple of dollars per person that's played so far, using my license and such. So it's really not a bad deal for me, at least. But yes, donations are very much appreciated to help me continue to improve the community.
Yes.
We do have merch available. None of this group yet, but that is coming.
Everyone wants the burb.
I hear the bird is the word.
Oh, well, a bird,
I
bird,
want,
bird.
I
The bird's a
want
word.
a,
Well, a bird,
a
bird,
little
bird.
chippy bird with a broken wing now in a
Oh.
sling.
Would you like an egg? Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Yes, there you go. You got it right.
So, the next day passes.
Very lengthy.
Yeah, that's why it costs a bit and has like a 30-minute cooldown.
Oh, good. Okay.
So, the next day passes. Most of the area beyond, you can probably see for about half a mile, I'd say. Beyond that, it is all foggy. We don't have a Cleek plushie.
I know. I wish.
And I forgot to look up. Well, if we can find a 3D modeler, I can get 3D printed figurines of us. You guys would have to paint them yourselves, but you know.
That'd be pretty cool.
I actually have a friend who has a 3D printer, so
I've
I've
got
looked at-
access to 3D printers locally, so
because I mean that would be ideal for me because obviously I don't live in the States. So, does anyone know seafaring? Has a compass? Has a map?
Actually,
Really?
knowing seafaring won't help you because you can't see the stars.
give me 1 second. Because I might have something.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
I will need wisdom saving throws from everyone in the tower, please.
Oh, no, I can't do anything. But I can do this.
Well, I need one if I'm just gonna be sleeping the entire time.
Oh, and wait, what saving throw?
Wisdom.
Oh no, that's like my worst skill.
Intelligence is my worst skill. At 10.
Thank you for
Hang on.
applying the disadvantage, Shreska.
Yep.
Why did I
Cleek,
just...
you're supposed to roll in the tower.
I know, my mouse is letting go of the dice before I can drag it over.
Or then drag it on top of the tower.
And also, my wisdom went down by 2 points. I don't know. Come on. Give me a second. This is really embarrassing. Okay, there we I'm
It
sorry.
should
God,
not be
Cleek.
rolling. If you're
It's not that
moving
it's-
it to the tower, then it should not be rolling at all.
I'm not even getting it.
You
off
need
of
a
my
new
page
mouse.
before it lets it.
Yeah,
I
he
know
needs
I
a-
do. I
Don't
have it
hold your
ordered.
character sheet over the chat.
It's not over the chat. It's just on the character sheet.
Also, you accidentally turned off your proficiency for wisdom.
Oh, thank you.
That's why it went down.
Ah,
Now, which of these frickin' rolls do I use?
the one that. Oh, it doesn't say it.
No, we'll do it the one that you actually got
It's
in the tower.
It's the second. Yeah, sorry. I do have a new mouse coming in the mail.
Okay, good. So,
Something something bird, something something mouse.
Shut up.
God damn, you stupid!
Did you
Well,
nat 20
Shreska, I was going to be nice, and then you made the dad joke, so...
You told us to be active in chat. I'm being active.
Dad jokes.
Yeah, you're supposed
is
to be
not.
inactive in chat.
Anyways. Kalani will be keeping himself busy practicing his with his magic throughout the day. What will the rest of you be doing? Anything in particular? You're all still pretty wet. Well, actually, you're all still soaked. The rain has not stopped yet.
I want to find some sort of shelter.
Where?
I mean, I'm gonna have to look. I don't think we can stand around and just make one, especially with my.
You guys are still in the longboat.
Like, okay, let me rephrase. Do we see an island anywhere?
No.
And it's still raining.
That is correct.
And I can't use that because that would be pretty bad.
Damn it, Straska, if you were awake, I would try and use you as some sort of egg compass to point us towards the nearest source of eggs, which would be land, but
I mean, fish lay eggs, so we'll be going in circles.
This is true. Can I lay my bedroll on top of Shushka? Keep her dry.
You can spread it out over her, yes.
All right.
I
It's
mean,
not
Straska
going
is
to
a
keep her...
lizard.
It also will not keep her dry.
Considering all the equipment I brought out was pretty wet.
It had been submerged in water when she brought it out.
What about my tent? Is that made of like a? Would that would the water like roll off of my tent and not be absorbed into it?
It would eventually give out. In this time period, they didn't have anything that was perfectly waterproof like that. As far as something like a tent. But they did have it was much better than it would be better than, not having one over you. Somebody you would need to find a way to put it up.
As I assume you would have a leather tent and not a fur tent, as you didn't come from a cold climate.
Well, yeah, with a leather tent, it would keep the rain off of you. The problem is, that's if you get it set up. Right now, you've got to deal with wind still.
Yeah.
The only reason I know about those two is because of camping mods for Skyrim. They literally give you two realistic types of tent, which is the leather tent and the fur tent. Fur tent for camping on mountains, and leather tent for camping in the rain.
Rembrandt's going to put his shield, like hold it like above, like post it, I guess, above Shushka's head, so at least it's not the rain's not raining on her.
Keep
And
Also keep in mind that this boat is at most 5 feet at its widest.
well, I'm gonna put my shield to at least give Shreshka's head a bit of safe cover and hold it, and just take general care of her
All right.
as I go along.
Too bad nobody donated for the recovering prostitute sign. We could have
That
used
wouldn't
that
be-
as a rain hood.
That is not gonna help right now.
It might.
Unless it's a very big size. It's enough to just float in the water.
I mean, with a donation, I would allow certain things. You guys could even make it to land pretty quick with a donation. And technically, you guys can influence your own game through a donation. You
Yeah,
just
but
don't get
I've
to
already
decide
subscribed
how
to
it's
you, and
influenced.
I don't get paid till Wednesday.
Oh, sounds
a
like a
patron.
personal problem.
Yep.
No, this isn't pay to win. It's pay to watch your favorite people survive.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm pretty sure I'm nobody's favorite.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have memes of angry squirrel noises.
I'm getting there. Calm down, the EA Games. If you donate now, you can get us to have a special loot crate delivered to our group.
Don't you know, Razim's dice roller is actually a credit card machine.
Pay $10 to get a +5 on any roll.
The loot crate could have something potentially useful or just completely garbage inside of it. Most of the time, it's garbage.
Pay $20 to
I
change the
mean-
color of your dice.
Yes, Skyfox. If you donate now, you can get someone stabbed.
No.
So what's inside the actual loot crate
There
is
are
a
no.
bunch of figures of our characters, some eggs, and a recovering prostitute sign.
No. So you can cosplay as your favorite tabaxi.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Oh no. Are we getting stabbed?
Big Mac saved you all. The sign, Rembrandt.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Rembrandt. Hey, buddy. You feel a weight around your neck.
I look down.
Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes. Rusk!
What the hell? Oh, you actually might be going for the eyes.
Skyfox, I would only require a major influence for that. So I will refund it, and you can redeem it again. Big Mac, thank you very much for that donation.
Well, thank you for having
Oh
us
god,
again.
is someone actually redeeming influence to stab us?
Well, I've refunded it, so he'll need to redeem it again at the major.
Please no bully the poor innocent squirrel.
Rembrandt.
I already have a sign that says slut on my fucking neck, so I think
Hey,
you can leave me
No,
alone.
it does not say slut.
Essentially, it does.
A collar appears around your neck. And on it are the words recovering prostitute.
Great fun!
Can I attempt to take it off?
Blue Queen, you cannot do that.
Wait, can you at least read it?
Yes, I've read it.
Does that not work?
You can't redeem influence.
Even if it's for someone else.
Nope.
Oh.
Bye, Durgan. Thanks for watching.
Bye, Durgan. Thanks
Bye.
for coming. The collar is all one piece and will not come off.
Go for the eyes! Rusk!
I asked somebody to...
Really, Sky Fox?
Game breaking. Oh dear, someone's dying.
Did he stab everybody?
A magic knife that follows people around and stabs them at random times.
What the hell?
Well, in light of that,
Do we have to roll percentile?
no, I'll roll.
Can I... If the knife is gonna try to attempt to stab somebody next to Rembrandt, could Rembrandt try to... Actually, no, I'm using my shield.
Rembrandt, it is stabbing you.
Oh, so adding injury to my insult. Okay.
You take 2 points of piercing damage as a sharp pain comes from your leg.
Ah.
But there is nothing there when you look. Kalani's
Did
gonna
nobody
look
see that?
over at your collar. Well, that's
I'll
a
ask
very
him, what does it
fancy. That's a very fancy collar. Where'd you get it?
I don't know. Did you not? Does nobody see? Nobody sees me getting stabbed. Look, and it's showing my leg, and it has like it's bleeding a little bit.
It's not bleeding.
Isn't that nice? And I go back to my arm. That's. I'm just kidding.
There's nothing bleeding.
It feels like it.
You're. I think you're. Yeah. Okay, Rembrandt. You are okay. We'll get through this, okay?
I'm
Just
not crazy.
calm down.
I'm not crazy.
We don't want to have to throw you overboard.
Rembrandt looks at you and he just goes, "Is this sea madness?"
It might
I
be,
heard about it.
but you can
I've
be
heard about
okay. You can get through this, buddy.
This is the color of madness.
Did you actually tell him what the collar says or no? Because he can't read it on his own.
It's recovering on one side and prostitute on the other. All he can see is recovering, and he does relay that. It's also gem encrusted.
Oh.
It's
So
got.
if you manage to get it removed, you could sell it for a pretty penny.
Yeah, you could.
Well, I guess if you only relayed recovering, I guess it's not too bad, I guess.
Rosalind's gonna, I don't know, attempt to find a sense of direction before we all succumb to madness.
Sea madness.
You guys feel a gentle wave pushing the boat. It starts pushing the boat off. You don't know where, but it's definitely directing you in a particular direction.
I want to use Druidcraft to find out what is the weather going to be like on top of us for the next 24 hours.
Druidcraft is saying that you are looking at severe storms.
Fuck
For
me.
24 hours. Oh my god.
Right now, it is Rembrandt's performance that has kept it at bay. The rest of the day passes mostly uneventfully. You don't see anything. Nothing really changes but the waves. At one point, you do see a pod of dolphins swimming alongside for a little bit before they swim off again. Also, I found out recently that dolphins are apparently evil. Like,
Yep.
beyond
Yes.
evil.
Yes.
I was not aware of this before.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Like, we're talking gang rape kind of thing.
Yes. You don't have to spell it out though. Save the innocent minds.
No! The world must know the truth of these horrible creatures.
Oh my god.
So anyways, night comes, and combined with the storm clouds above, which are still just raining, despite Druidcraft predicting there being awful storms, this present area around you seems calm. Your vision decreases to, well, basically nothing. Even
Is
those
the
of
storm
you...
starting back up again?
No, it's still really low.
Okay.
Even those of you with dark vision are not able to see through the rain and fog. Kalani will pull out and attempt to light a torch to at least give you some light around the water.
I'll help with that.
I'll hold my shield above it to block some rain.
Rembrandt, you would get a level of exhaustion from holding your shield up over Shreska and now the torch all day.
Okay.
It's just, you know. That is a lot of time to hold your arm up.
I mean, she's laying down on the ground. I figured I was just like posting it up somewhere.
There's not really anywhere to post it.
You could just leave it on top of me.
Rosalind! You feel
Yeah?
you feel a sharp pain in your back. You take 4 points of piercing damage. Durgan, Rembrandt got stabbed first, and now Rosalind has.
Well, if I'm gonna gain exhaustion and if I'm watching over Treshka, would you say I could attempt like taking care of her like a medicine thing? Trying to improve her condition?
I would say so.
Okay.
No,
Rosalind's sort of gonna
uh,
jump in place.
No healer kit thing. So just regular like general care.
well, general care will not help you help her much, but if you do expend a use of a healer's kit, then she will get the effects of a second long rest.
Alright. I'll do that. Would you allow me to retroactively say that?
Track the what?
Would you allow me to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not a default rule that you could... That's something that I'm going to allow you to do.
Okay.
So... Treska, you are down to 3 levels of exhaustion.
Won't it be a 2?
Yes, you're right.
So I'm getting there.
All of you fall asleep. I'm not sure why, but just the gentle push of the waves eventually lulls you all into a deep slumber.
Oh god, we're being kidnapped by sirens. Help.
You awaken after a while. Sunlight gleaming down. You have found your way onto a beach. There is nothing but sand as far as you can see. But you are all safe and unharmed, and with another long rest.
Cleek, when you used Druidcraft, did you relay the weather information to us?
No,
Hmm.
I did not.
Okay.
Rosalind's gonna start kissing the beach and then, like, spitting out sand because she got sand in her mouth.
Now, Kalani will immediately get up, and there's no wood to be seen, so he will begin basically tearing apart the boat and trying to create a fire from it, asking for help from any of you with fire magic.
I'll ask him if it is wise to tear apart the boat.
Wait, what do we need fire magic for?
The boat's wet?
Yeah.
Them?
Yes.
Can I hit myself and cause Headless Rebuke on a piece of wood?
What
It's technically fire.
Also, I am with Furfran on this. Is it wise to tear up the boat? Like, we don't know if we've landed on some island.
It's either that, or we not get dried off, or get food in our bellies, or try and recover any of our equipment.
Well, should we look around first before we start tearing this up?
Alright.
Maybe there's some trees we can punch.
Wherever you guys have landed is a desert.
So just bury yourself in the sand and get dry that way.
I shove
too
my
messy,
face
too
in
dirty.
the dirt like an ostrich. I
Oh yeah,
don't-
does anybody happen to have a
Okay.
empty flask on them?
We will go ahead and say that there is some driftwood on the beach. There probably
So it's
would
a-
be. We'll say that works. He'll
have
start
an ink
gathering
bottle.
that together and starting a fire. Shreska, you help with your magic. It's not enough. Well, actually, who's got prestidigitation? That.
Rembrandt does.
You can
I-
use that.
There you go.
I can start campfires, but
That too. You guys can do that.
Yeah, don't you have campfire from Satifire's Guide to Everything?
I have Druidcraft, which lets me just instantly light a torch, candle, or small candle.
Oh, there is literally no. It's bonfire. There's literally the spell bonfire that makes a bonfire spontaneously. Oh,
Right, but I
nothing
don't
in
have that.
Satifire's.
Yeah, he does not have that.
You should acquire this because you can also use it as an attack. It's funny.
I had it once before we started to test it out, and I liked it, but I liked all this other stuff better. Flavor.
Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and go through your inventories to see what can be recovered and what cannot.
I'm assuming a pile of book ashes wouldn't last through water.
I
Ashes
mean,
and water
it all
don't really
depends on what you put it in. Do you literally just have a pile of book ashes in the bottom of your backpack?
mix. Yes.
Then no, those do not exist anymore.
Oh, also, I had a tinderbox, unless it like drowned.
We'll go through it one at a time. Shreska, your backpack can be recovered and dried. The sandbag is fine. What the fuck is a beet pelt?
I don't know. I think a bear pelt is Fred spelling.
Apparently, beats are pelts now, guys. Beats are pelts.
Okay, we'll say that is a bear pelt. That can be recovered. Fix that name.
I already did.
Your random book there, that would be damaged beyond repair. Well, actually,
Aw.
we'll say, call high or low.
Low.
Percentile high or low. Roll. Okay, you are able to recover that.
Good, but that's my journal.
Component pouch.
I don't think there's anything in it, anyways.
There would be. Oh, I think it's actually my audio thing that's been crashing. Guys, we will be right back in a little bit. I need to fix my audio setup here. I'm gonna go to an intermission. It'll be silent. Sorry, guys. We'll be right back.
I think the irony of that oof sound is the fact that the cobalt is playing it.
That's funny.
Now, also, I'm not on the player list yet on the intermission.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Hello, greetings. Thank you all for coming and sticking around. Not everybody's back from our little break, but we're gonna go ahead and get the bags and such situation resolved. Alright. So, Sheska, your component pouch, that is going to be fine. For your rations, you will only be able to recover half of them, rounded down.
So one.
Yes.
There you go.
Your ink and ink pen, one of your ink pens would be destroyed, the other one would be fine. The ink is fine. The knife is fine. You'll need to get it taken care of with the fire and get it, the salt and water cleaned off so it doesn't rust, but it'll be fine. Parchment, destroyed.
No.
The rest of this is fine.
All right. I mean, only two important things was a book and a ink.
What about your life? Wasn't that important?
Oh,
well,
good.
when
Rosalind, you
are
are...
vague about not alive.
Rosalind, you're back, so...
Good thing the egg survived.
So, an ink bottle is really small. The sandbag is actually bigger than the ink, and you already have sand. Alright, Rosalind. First off, Rosalind, you need to organize your inventory. Rosalind, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I am at a loss as to how
Well-
you mean organizing it.
What you can do... First off, okay. So, you'll delete the empty from backpack, which I've already done. And then on location, you can put in... Okay, so your backpack is at least attached to your or your bedroll is attached to your backpack. If you close and open your sheet, you should see what I changed.
Yeah, I can see it.
Added an empty thing that says worn, just to have all those organized underneath it. Zerth came in, whichever name you're going by now. I would just like to point out, sand sharks. Just throwing that out there, if you're still in the chat. Alright. Rosalind, your backpack and bedroll can be recovered. They'll need to be dried, obviously. Give me a percentage roll, high or low, for the mess kit.
I'll go for a low. Nope.
Unfortunately, that would be destroyed.
What a roll, though.
go ahead and delete that from your sheet.
Just
Half
did.
of your rations, rounded down, are destroyed. Basically, like, they have, like, a hard bread and stuff with them. And
Ew, bread.
most of that would be destroyed, so I'm just rounding it down half, because about half of it is stuff that if it gets wet, it's basically rendered destroyed.
Done. It was at 15, now it's at 7.
Yeah, I saw. I'm just explaining for everybody that hopefully is here to, so they understand that basically you're throwing away the portions of the rations that were destroyed and keeping what wasn't. Like, the jerky would probably be fine. It wouldn't taste the best, but, you know, it's edible. And won't necessarily make you sick. Your rope would be fine. Tinder box.
I can roll for it again if you want.
Yeah, roll for that.
I'll go low again.
Okay, that is fine.
Haha.
Your torches are... Unfortunately, they're all basically ruined.
That's fine. I kind of expected
But
that.
you can... We'll probably say that all the torches get added to the fire to help dry you all off. Well, we'll say half of them would get added to the fire and just completely be unusable. We'll do it the same as the rations. The rest of you, are you all listening? Cleek and Rembrandt?
Yes.
Okay. So half of your rations and half of your torches survived. The other half are destroyed or just added to the fire and then basically destroyed and whatnot.
We wouldn't
Water-
have any equipment if I got knocked out.
Huh?
We wouldn't have anything if I didn't get anything.
Exactly. Water skin, that's fine. The broken blade would not be worn, Rosalind?
It's a trophy. I generally wear it.
Oh, okay. Those are all fine. Kalani actually has oil for his weapons, so he would share that out. He will use it all up with all this, but, you know. That is for polishing and keeping your weapons and armor in shape. Keep it all
I
from
would thank
rusting.
him wholeheartedly for that.
He had enough for a long time, but he's gonna use it all up for everybody here and now. Alright, so Rosalind, you're done. Now you guys were out on the ocean in the longboat for 2 days. Go ahead and
Well,
post
that's
in the
pretty much
chat
2 days.
how many rations you have left. After the half are depleted, and then we'll figure out how many rations you each, who gets what. Because, like, Shreska unfortunately only had one. Well, I guess your 2 eggs could probably work, Shreska.
Half of the rations get
Ah, sorry, I
destroyed.
meant
Do you
5.
want me? Do you want me to negate another 2 for the 2 days we've been out and then post the result?
No. Post it before the, post it before the 2 are depleted.
Okay.
Let's see. Rembrandt. Let's look at your other items here. Bedroll is fine. Candles, they just get set aside to dry, but they should be fine. Ooh, you've got fine clothes.
No, don't touch my fine clothes.
Unfortunately,
He even becomes equipped as a recovering prostitute.
Fine clothes make good fire starters.
fine clothes are... Salt usually doesn't agree very well with nice clothes.
They're machine wash only.
But my frilly blouse.
They can be worn still, but they are... I'm gonna add damaged beyond repair.
Use mend.
So people will notice that they are not up to par. Your costumes, go ahead and roll percentile high or low twice.
I'll go both low. Hey.
Alright, so they're both fine. Disguise kit, again, roll please. High or low?
Low. Oof.
That is destroyed.
Oh.
Healer's kits,
I think they lose potency. I don't think they'll be destroyed completely.
no, because a lot of them have, like, bandages and such, which... Percentile, high or low? We'll only put one of them at risk.
Low.
Alright, so both of them are fine. Your hide would be fine, net would be fine. Wait, is that hide armor?
Yes.
Why are you using hide armor?
No, that's my old armor. It's carried, not equipped.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't sell it.
For that... Yeah, that would be fine. That can be recovered. Rations, you already depleted those, correct?
I have that already. So I had 4. I had
Okay.
7, but I put it down to 4.
It was rounded down.
Okay, so 3.
Yes.
Okay.
The scroll of poo. That is important. Roll percentile high or low.
High.
Okay. Technically, that definitely would be destroyed, but well, that is an important thing for your character to keep. Signet ring is fine. Tent is fine. Chainsaw, that's fine. The crossbow. Give me a percentile for that.
Low.
Okay, that is fine. That loot, is that the old one?
Yes.
That unfortunately would be destroyed. It's okay, you got another one. The
That's a
rest
big
of
bonfire.
this looks like it would be recoverable. It would, of course, take some maintenance and such, but it can be recovered.
Okay.
Click. Did you already have your food?
My rations removed? Yeah, I had like 1 ration.
Then yeah, that one would have been destroyed. Let's see here. Because you had a scroll case, that is safe. Your armor is safe. Herbalism kits. Why do you have 2 of those?
I had one from just
Also, why do
grabbing
you
it
just
naturally when I
have...
started out the game. And then when I was doing my, like, my backstory or personality or one of the things, it basically said, oh yeah, it comes with a free herbalism kit. And we're like, what? So I've just been having 2 for no reason.
Percentile roll, high or low. For both, 2 of them.
That's the 10 guy, right click percent. Low.
All right, that the first one of them is safe. Roll it again. Also, you did your explorer's pack wrong. Yeah, you just, for some reason, you added it and did not actually individually add everything. So, there's everything got in. Well, they add and you get all of them, all of the items in the packs. I've got it fixed here, so we've got to do some maintenance on your sheet.
Low again.
Alright, so both of those are fine. Let's see. That would be backpack.
From what I remember when we were fitting this out, we just click and drag backpack into there, and he said that was.
I'm fixing this here. Okay, you don't have an actual winter blanket item on here. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to fix this a bit. Alright, add that. It's just blanket now. Daggers. Those are one. Herbalism kits would probably be in your backpack. I have no idea what that is.
It's a hibernation reptiles can do.
What?
Why do you want to do that?
Because when they're brumating, they don't need food.
I'm going to say no.
Oh, okay.
However, I will say you need one ration because you were... Well, no, you're going to need both rations because even when you wake up, you're going to be starving.
So I can't brumate the entire time?
Correct.
Ah.
Your rations were gone. Rope is in your backpack. That would be safe. Give me a percentile roll, high or low, Cleek.
Yep.
I said give me one.
Oh, wait, hang on. You want me to call high or low?
Yes.
High.
Okay, so your mess kit is fine. Give me another percentile roll, high or low.
High.
Your tinder box did not make it. Torches were depleted by half. For some reason, the Explorer's Pack is the one thing that never wants to work in this in Fantasy Grounds. All the other packs work just fine, except the Explorer.
Why
So
is that?
I don't know. That's just the way it is. Alright, so you still have 5 torches. For rations, what you ate from when we started, plus what the damage, I'm going to say you have 1 left. Totem. You see what I'm doing on your sheet, by the way, here?
You're listing where it all is.
Yeah.
Or
You'll want to
where-
do that in the future. By the way, guys, when it comes to your armor, make sure you do a space and then add armor after it. Like for leather and hide, just type in armor so we know, okay, that's armor. Alright, so your inventory is fixed. What you've got in there, give me a percentile roll, high or low, Cleek.
Low. Damn.
Unfortunately, your plant seeds also got too damaged and they will no longer be usable for anything.
Oh.
Okay, so... oh wait, I gotta do my own. I had extra rations. Just do high for all of this.
I'm gonna guess that our mule didn't make it, huh?
Your what?
The mule that you hired, had Kalani hired, didn't make it.
I thought we left it back at the town.
I hired a servant temporarily to load stuff onto the ship.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we had like a carriage on the ship.
No.
Okay.
That is fine.
Well, there goes a month's supply of food.
That did not make it either. That would be safe. That would be safe. Oh no, my book.
I'm
So
not very
if you-
strong, so I probably couldn't carry any of it anyways.
Oh,
If you
I
guys
can
think
say.
about it, Kalani's character took the most damage because he spent all that money on that stuff, and now it's gonna come back. So he's not rigging the game, okay?
Yeah, he lost all of his booze.
Oh yeah.
All
I
of
lost
it.
all the eggs.
Now the big question is, did he have restraint on the wineskin that Rembrandt gave him?
Oh yeah, there's still some left in there.
Hopefully he made it.
I mean, according to the
that
party
would.
inventory, Shreska still has 20 eggs as treasure.
Oh,
In
do
the
we have
party
to?
inventory?
We have to attack the party inventory, don't we?
No, the party inventory is just a compilation of all of your items. Okay.
I only have 2 eggs though.
I know it doesn't seem to have updated, or at least because it isn't.
I need you guys not to put that stuff into your treasure. That
Oh,
needs to
okay.
be in your inventory. Alright. Now that everything is straightened out. Shreska, how many rations did you have? One
I
ration
have
and
1
2
egg.
eggs. Okay.
Yes.
Considering your exhaustion level, I'm gonna say you need another ration. You'll need a full ration. Rosalind, you had 3. So go ahead and reduce that to 1. Rosalind?
No, I had 5 after taking the 2 away.
Okay, so you still have 3 left.
Yeah, I still have 3 left.
Cleek, you had 1 left. Kalani had 8 left. So minus his 2, so 6, and then another. And then reduce it again. So Cleek, you have no rations, and Kalani gave you 1 of his. Rembrandt, reduce yours by 2.
Hold on. Possible that we have a moment to utilize my fishing tackle to alleviate food?
This is stuff that you ate while at
okay.
sea.
Okay. So reduce it to...
You reduce it by 2.
Okay.
Alright. Shreska, you need another one. Does anybody have more than 5 rations? I guess not. So Kalani will share another of his rations with Shreska. During the time on the boat. Alright. Sorry for that boring micromanaging stuff. But we are done. And we'll say most of the day passes by while you guys are resting from the ocean, getting your equipment all dried out and cared for. And yeah, we are all ready to go.
All right.
There is no long rest for this, though, because, you're actively working to restore stuff.
Would you say Rembrandt had time to fish?
Rembrandt could fish, yes. If he
Okay.
chose not to... actually, it would be better if Shreska went and fished, because she has the least stuff to actually maintain.
Could I ask one of our party members to maintain my stuff as I go get food for us?
Yeah, you could ask, Shreska would be the one that would not have anything to do.
So I'll ask Shreshka if she wouldn't mind.
She would happily do it.
Alright.
Alright.
Also, Rembrandt has a gold in his inventory instead of treasure.
Yeah, I need that fixed too. Please, Rembrandt.
Where
I
do
know
you see
you.
it?
It's on your sheet. You've got the GP and SP listed up in your inventory, in addition to
Again?
down in treasure.
Oh, that's how Riseroth told us to put it, like in a money pouch, like where is it located, your money.
No, the money pouch is where your money pouch actually is at on your person.
Oh, so just get rid of the. Okay,
The money is just automatically in the money pouch.
okay, got it.
Okay.
So when I left, I said I bought 7 gold's worth of bait.
All of your
How-
bait is fine because it was in jars.
Okay. How much would you think I need to expend to at least try to feed our group? Depending on how my rolls go, I guess.
It really depends on your rolls.
Okay.
What
Also,
does
don't get rid of
Riseroth
those
have
jars.
you do for the, what does he have you do for fishing?
Undead fortitude.
Survival, probably.
Survival
Yeah, I
would
think it is
probably
survival.
work best, so go ahead and make some survival rolls, Rembrandt.
How many would you like?
We will say 5.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I personally disagree with Riseroth's whole thing about bait, but ugh.
Mm.
I mean,
It's up to him. Ooh. Yeah, it should lower the DC instead of being required. Wow, Elth. Thank you. I would say 1 jar of the bait. And you would bring up three decently sized fish.
Mm.
You could at least complement the rations and such. So everyone would... We'll just say you feed everyone. I'm not going to micromanage that much.
Okay.
Can Rosalind have the empty bait jar?
Sure.
Roll to see if you drop the jar.
What?
No.
Yep, give
Roll
me an
to find
acrobatics
sand.
check.
Oh, why?
Not
roll to
Cleve.
find sand.
Hey, I'm not Riseroth.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Riseroth, if you watch this, love ya. I just get to poke fun sometimes.
Love your eyes, Rob. You got a fish.
Yeah.
Rosalind?
Rosalind's gonna fill the jar with dirt.
Unfortunately, you do not find dirt.
Rosalind's gonna fill it with sand.
Okay. Now roll to find sand.
What are we walking on? Void?
We're walking on sunshine.
No, it's just like
Oh.
loose rocks on the ground in a cave.
Hmm.
Roll to find rock.
Rosalind, that's a meme from our earlier. Hey, that's a meme from our earlier games. We were trying to find pebbles in a cave, and we couldn't find pebbles in a cave.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go. I was gonna list it as jar of dirt, but I listed it as jar of sand just to keep Zim happy.
Good call.
I think
That
sand's
will
better than
weigh
anyways.
10 pounds.
How big is this jar?
Good thing I am a strength-based hero.
So,
Well,
Zim, I need to
actually, I
ask you
guess we
something.
would say 5 pounds. Actually. Yes.
I had 2 jars of bait. These were local to Quintal. And then with you, I purchased 7 gold of bait at the town before we left. How much bait exactly do I have, would you say?
First off, just remove the locale thing.
Okay.
That was too much
That was weird.
micromanaging.
I mean, maybe if you were like specializing in a certain kind of fish.
Well, I had
Fish
2
are
jars
fish.
of bait, not food.
I mean, a trout
no
won't eat what
friends.
salmon eat.
So yeah, just remove the locale nonsense. I would
Okay.
say
And then I bought.
I would say
7
just
gold.
1 jar, and in the parentheses after, I'd say 10 uses.
Okay.
Well, actually, well, yeah, after what you've already used today, 10 uses left.
Okay.
If you really wanted to, like, be picky, you could do it Final Fantasy 15 style, where you have to upgrade the rod, the reel, and the tackle individually.
I'll use a chocobo reel.
It's
a
one
chocobo
thing.
tackle.
It's one thing to do that in a video game. It's another thing to try and focus, micromanage that much in D&D.
Maybe the dungeon master's a hardcore fishing aficionado.
Yeah. Maybe you just played that fishing VR game.
Anyways, what are you guys doing? You don't know where you are. You just know that you are. Elf, I would not be surprised if there is a supplemental book from one of the versions of D&D that is just focused on fishing. It probably also has herbalism and other things like that in it as well. But yeah, I would not be surprised if there is.
I'm gonna go sunbase. On top of a rock.
Well, Ryan needs to get new DMs because those DMs are too nitpicking. Shreska, you are too busy to sunbathe.
Oh, okay.
By the time you guys get done with everything, get your evening meal with the fish cooked and eaten, it is nightfall. The skies are clear, but you are, well, you don't know where you are.
Zim, I have a bigger question for you.
42.
Whatever happened to that ethereal dagger?
Oh, don't worry. I remember about it.
Okay.
It did say at random.
Mm.
Stab. I'm kidding.
Stab, stab, stab.
Oh my god.
Donna,
So, what are you guys doing?
First, are we on an island or is there like actual like land?
As far as you can tell, you are on land.
Okay.
We need to either, I don't know, make
The
our
beach-
druid peck
So-
the ground and find groundwater, or find the nearest source of fresh water.
Can I look for
There-
clams in
okay,
the night?
you guys are in a desert biome. There are
there
some
any
cacti
cactuses?
around. There are small shrubs. There's, typical desert plants and a few animals.
Oh, so I'm right at home.
Can I look for clams in the water?
Cleek, you are not at home.
I'm a roadrunner. I'm right at home.
You came from
Where's
the
the coyote?
jungle.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm like, where's the coyote? Anyway, I was gonna say, let me see if I can cut down a cactus.
Now, when you are facing inland from the ocean, off far to the distance to your left, you do see the peak of mountains.
Ooh.
That would probably be our best bet to head towards to find any source of water
How's my arm
or
doing?
even civilization.
Cleek, your arm hurts, but it is recovering. If you expend your spell slots on it each day at nightfall, you should recover in probably about 2 or 3 days.
Inconceivable!
Sounds good to me.
Kalani will speak up. If we are in the deserts of Fakah, blah, 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 blah.
I'll hit restart on Kalani.exe.
Sorry, I'm just
He
like...
hasn't had his booze. He hasn't had his booze for a little bit.
Have you tried turning Kalani off and on again?
He needs his
No,
booze.
that was not in character. That was me as DM just kind of failing and losing my train of thought.
I wish we had that as like an animated video on YouTube.
If we are in the deserts of Fakiha, that means that we will want to head away from those mountains. Most likely.
Oh, if that's inland, how exactly are we going to go any other way?
We follow the ocean in the opposite direction of the mountains. The mountains are to your left when you're looking away from the ocean.
Oh,
Okay, but isn't civilization closer to those mountains?
In Fakiha, there is a port on the ocean in the desert here. And there's mountains that surround the desert on all sides. The port would be most likely some in one direction away from those mountains. Even if we are to the north or south of this port, if we head away from the mountains, we'll still wind up at the port.
Okay, so Rosalind didn't know that because he's never been to Fikia before.
Well, that's why he's explaining.
Let's hope no one can get sunburned.
I think it would be better if we travel at night and set up the tent during the day. It will be cramped underneath it, but it would be better than risking a sunstroke.
What are we gonna do about the water situation?
We will, during the night, we'll stop at these cacti. They tend to have water inside of them that we can tap out. It won't be the best, but...
Eat cactus.
Yes, we can eat cactus. It tastes like crap.
But
Actually, in real life, I have had cactus jerky.
it's
I've
actually
had
not
cactus
bad.
too.
It's not bad actually.
It is terrible.
It's edible.
At least the stuff that I had, it is technically edible.
Have you had it with honey? It tastes much better with honey.
No.
Everything tastes better with honey.
My sister was a vegan, and my mom stopped at this specialty jerky stand. And my mom picked up this, she picked up specialty jerky for everyone. And brought it home, and they, of course, had cactus jerky. And my mom's like, hey, this will be great for Liz, so she's not left out, because, she's vegan. Well, she cured my sister's vegan lifestyle for a few days, for a couple months, actually. It tasted that bad, my sister swore off vegetables and had chicken the next day.
Awesome.
She's gone.
What jerky did you get?
Well, I wasn't one of those that got special jerky because I wasn't living at home at the time, but
Aw.
they saved the cactus jerky for
how
some
kind.
reason. Yeah. I did also try some of the buffalo jerky. And they also had ostrich jerky.
From where we get a lot of moose
tasty.
jerky.
This is where a bunch of
Very-
your Twitch viewers just buys you like boxes and boxes of cactus jerky and gets it sent to your house.
Honestly, if no one ever told you, you'd never be able to tell that ostrich jerky is not beef. You would swear.
Actually, I would agree with that. That is an actual that is an accurate depiction. Okay, I think at this point it's running on midnight for those of you on the East Coast. I think we're gonna go ahead and end here. Actually,
Aw.
Cleek,
Next
you are up for
time.
the recap next week.
Next time on Iron D&D.
I thought we were playing Iron Fang.
Actually, I like the sounds of that. It's like Iron Chef, but Iron D&D.
Yeah.
It's Iron Man mode D&D, so if you die, you can't make a new character.
Oh, so it's just just Galaxian.
Anyways,
It's Iron Fang D&D, and the ingredient is cactus for next time.
Oh god.
oh no.
I don't think lizards can get sunburnt.
I don't think
Alright,
they
everyone,
can
thank you for
either,
watching.
but
I think they would die before they even got sunburnt.
Rembrandt, on the other hand, would
Yeah.
black
A
fur
little toasty.
tends
A little toasty.
to.
Anyway, let Zim do his outro.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening for Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. I appreciate you guys sticking around today. I will be back tomorrow with Rooms and Reptile. Oh, nope.
Oh,
that
you
one.
fuck-
That one is no more. That campaign ended. Tomorrow is Echoes of Eberron, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh,
Are you the
shut
only
up! Thank you all so much for joining. Please remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel if you can. Big Mac, thank you so much for that donation this evening. I really appreciate it. Durgan, if you
don't.
have questions, you can ask them in the... Okay, Durgan, you can ask them in the Discord. Rembrandt, the reason you got that gentle wave that took you to land was because of his donation.
Oh.
Yeah. So you
It
should
just
be
came in damage
appreciative.
to his psyche.
Anyways, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you to my donators, subscribers, and patrons. You guys are the ones that make sure I can keep bringing you this content. But for now, I bid you all a very fond adieu.
Bye bye everyone.
Farewell.
Bye bye.
Bye, and join the Discord if you haven't.
Did we reach the donation goal?
We
Yeah.
did.
Oh god.
I'll let that play through. I kind of have to.
So when do I get this collar off?
Who says you do?
Never.